Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Maybe I'm afraid of the way I leave you. Maybe I'm amazed at the way you help me sing my song. Right me when I'm wrong. Maybe I'm amazed at the way I breathe.
10:32. Welcome back. Luis is freezing his butt off at Busch Stadium. Good morning.
I'm not only freezing, but I'm also dancing to the bump music right there.
Thank you. That's a great song, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Thank you. I think my bumper music is very underrated. With that being said, you had a very busy weekend with winter warm-ups. This is exciting. The Cardinals season, I think the Cardinals season officially starts during winter warm-ups.
Yes, but also this winter warm-up. Let's not call it winter warm-up. It's just winter.
Yeah, good point.
Cardinals winter.
Good point.
There is no warm-up again in sight.
No. But positive note, Luis, it will be 36 on Wednesday, and then it will get cold on Friday again. So that'll feel like 90.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Let's open up the pools for Wednesday.
So this weekend, you've had a lot of opportunity to hear from, John Mozeliak and Ali Marmol and all these guys. And I like the idea of this winter warm-up when you kind of have this open format on these conversations. How do you feel about them?
I like them too because they take care of. So I call it a car wash too because they just bring people into the media room here at Busch Stadium, and it's just informal, formal conversations. Obviously, most of them on the record. Yeah, but it's very good. Yeah, it's like all kidding aside, it is the actual unofficial start of the Cardinals season here for 2024. So baseball's around the corner, and it's going to be 4 weeks. In 4 weeks they go to Jupiter.
Before we get into that, I wanted to talk with you about this new rule in baseball because I don't think very many people are talking about it. And we mentioned it over the weekend, and that was about the special assistant roles, what they mean. And from this new rule, is it the fact that Yadier Molina at technically any point could slap a Cardinals jersey on and go hang out in the dugout during a game?
Yes, he can. So the old rule was that any special advisor, former player role, they can slap a jersey on and just be around during pregame, warm-ups, whatever. But whenever the game starts, they have to be not only out of the dugout, but out of the clubhouse too. So they have to just go upstairs and watch the game or just go home. Mm-hmm. So this rule changes the game because now you can have a Gayadi in a special advisory role, slapping on you for you said, and being there as in the dugout and helping out the staff.
Now, for the Angels, can they do the same with Pujols in his role? Because he has a different role.
He has a different role, and here's the thing, and that role is more like for like appearances when everyone Pujols to go and cut ribbons somewhere or be part of like an Angels, kiss a baby, or Angels say, or hey Albert, we want you to be here we're gonna retire this jersey number or whatever. Can you be here? Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. So let's get back to winter warm-ups. What are some of the conversations that you've been able to be a part of? Can you fill us in on just some of the reaction? I know that there's been a lot of topics discussed, but what's the most prevalent on the Cardinals fan base and St. Louis media?
And it's just, it's very simple, but very effective too. It's just turning the page from 2023, but also learning what went wrong, right? And a lot of the words, even today, when we spoke to Ali Marmol, and a little bit that I heard with Daniel Descalso before you called me, was accountability not only on the players, but on the staff too, right? It's like, again, Ali said, I didn't do a good job last year. It's all on me. Now, instead of him saying, here's what we have done to improve the status not only of the team, but of the coaching staff. So again, that's why they got new people on there. That's why they got Daniel Descalso. That's why, again, Ali said something that should not shock anybody, but it should be true in every position in work too. He is surrounding himself with people that can replace him.
Yeah.
And that's I love that because not because it's there's a plan B, C, or D in place. No, it's because competition makes everybody better. And not only player wise, but also coaching staff too. And having people that you can just bounce off ideas off, and people that can, like Yadi and a little bit like Daniel Descalso, that they can give and take.
I got a question, and I'm not asking this facetiously. I'm asking it very seriously. Has one figure in the Cardinals owned up to the failure of last year, like a John was? I know you said Ali Marmol said I should have done a better job, but let's be real. If anyone thinks that all falls on this guy, it does not, because those decisions were made before he was even in a Cardinals, uniform. Has there been a moment of accountability in this winter warm-ups that's translated well for the fans and the media?
Yes, there has been accountability, and not blunt like Ollie, but there has been accountability because even when okay, here's what we did wrong, right? Okay, that's accountability because they realize there's a problem, right?
Yeah.
Whenever again John will say like reference him having to get a bench coach on the fly. Whenever Matt Holiday say, "Oh yeah, I don't want to do this anymore," before not starting, right? So that threw a wrench into the whole thing.
Did we ever figure out why he never showed up? Was he in over his head, or
it was just again a little bit in over his head, got job, and also again it's oh wait, I'm also a family man. My kid is in triple A. He's also engaged and whatever. So a lot of factors factor in. It wasn't like he didn't like he likes Solly. He really likes Solly. He likes the way he goes about his business. But it was just a family decision at the end of the day for Matt Holiday. Again,
okay,
boring answer, but that's the truthful answer.
Well, no, I think it's great, and it gives us a little bit more clarity because I'm going to be honest with you, Luis. I thought he just couldn't stand Marmol and couldn't stand the way that it was structured and said, I'm not even starting this. I'm out. So it's good to know that, and I mean that. Getting back to just the conversations with have you heard a few of the players speak? Are they in town? And what's their kind of thought for this year?
So, and here's the thing. Brendan Domino, and he spoke with us yesterday, and he's becoming a leader in the clubhouse before our very own eyes, and he started group text. It's like, it's just, this year's going to be better. This is going to be better. Here's why, because we're going to be more accountability. We're going to be a family. Again, Ollie referenced to today that one of the things that happened last year, there was a lot of egos in the room, right?
Yep.
Unchecked egos. And that cannot fly in a successful business. That cannot fly. I don't care if it's baseball. I don't care if it's radio. If you got unchecked egos, then your product might suffer because you don't have accountability.
So
this season is all about accountability and being truthful with one another.
So let me jump in here real quick, and that's a great point. And I saw that when they did, because we've all been a part of the fun Cardinals dugout jokes and inside things and motivators is what I call them, with like the salsa and the salt grinder or shaker and all this stuff. But last year when they tried to force that burger phone in the dugout, you could tell that it was there like almost as like a prop, and it wasn't there because all the guys wanted it there. And just little things like that I noticed, where it wasn't like everyone was maybe MFing each other after the game, but it was just, you could tell it wasn't that tight, close-knit Cardinals team that it was for 20 years.
Yeah, and again, it's like, and all these stuff have to come organically, right?
Yep.
Again, the pepper grinder came organically 2 years ago. It was just, again, it's like, it's just, we're going to grind away. And because why is grinding? Oh, they're grinding the bats away. They're grounding doubles. They're grinding bats.
Right.
And it will lead to good stuff in the MLB most of the time, right?
Right.
So it's like that. Again, yes, last year was a utterly mess in this building. But this year, and time will tell. I believe, you didn't ask me, but I believe this team will be better than last year. The question is, how much better?
Good. You know what? I think that's a great way to frame it. And, as of now, where are we at with Jordan Montgomery? I've heard that he's pretty much all but gone to somebody else.
Yeah, the Yankees are trying to pursue him. And the Cardinals already said, like, we're still not out of it, but if you read the tea leaves, it's okay. They might get another reliever or another, like, not premier, but just another starting pitcher. But again, Cardinals are still not done, but they're not in the Montgomery race.
Gotcha, and that's good to know. So as you try to stay warm over at Busch today, what's the rest of the afternoon going to look like for you? Are winter warm-ups done after 11, or how does that work?
No, winter warm was done at 3 p.m. because again we still have a lot of players, managers. Again, if you got a ticket for today, you will see Oli Marmol, Tony La Russa is going to be in Wilson Contreras. In the afternoon, that's the last signing. Tommy Entman is going to be around here too. So there's going to be still a lot of good players, good alumni. And yeah, again, and then today wraps up at 3, and then 4 weeks in 4 weeks, they're in Jupiter starting spring training, and then that is the actual ramp up.
That's awesome. I mean, it's really cool. And what I think's cool, man, is the fact that you're really able to get in there and get some really cool insights. Has there been a moment, or has anyone made one statement that has stuck with you more this weekend that you keep kind of remembering over anyone else? Because I find these parts fascinating, especially in this conveyor belt style that they do this format, because people can be more real. And when you don't have all the time in the world and you don't know who's talking to you, you can't really prepare those answers, so you get some rawness to it. Did you think that there was any moment that stuck in your mind that you'd like to relay to our listeners today?
I got 2 of them. One is how it speaks to the character of Oli Marmol. Burleson on Saturday was saying that Oli and the staff was very blunt with me at the end of the season and how I should be a better and whatever, and how here's the steps. And he said there's 2 roads that people can take. Either say you're take the news well or take the news bad. And he loves that Oli is blunt because there's no way you can have it any other way. So that speaks to how respected Oli is in the clubhouse with all the players that are here right now. And the other one is Sonny Gray, who's more on the personal side. He researched what does the cardinal bird symbolizes. And this is great because it's not only a personal thing because I'm a grandfather, I was a great Cardinal fan, but also for the city too. A cardinal bird, whenever you see a cardinal bird, it represents a loved one that has passed away, but his memory will still be there. So that's a touching thing to end the conversation today because, again, this is baseball, a baseball town, and this city loves their history too.
When they love the connectability, because I think a lot of people, I mean, hell, you saying that when you said, well, what he talked about what a cardinal symbolizes, a lot of us know that, but to really talk about the importance, because I think a lot of us, that's the meaning of the Cardinals, because how many times, especially here in this area, I sit back and I will never forget being in the goddamn Taco Bell drive-thru, Luis, in 2013 when Colton Wong was up to bat against the Giants, and my grandpa said the last time this guy hit a home run, Jesus built houses. And I swear, the moment he said that, you heard Shannon go, swing, and there's a long one. It's up. Get up, baby. Get up. Good night. Redbirds win. And he went nuts. But it's those memories that I think made the Cardinals fan base so successful, because people don't realize they are one of the largest sports franchises in the world. I mean,
they are.
It's because of those things.
Yeah, and also, it represents what Sonny Gray is as a person. He is not here just to collect a paycheck. He is here to enroll himself in the history.
That's very true. All right, Luis, it's been 15 minutes. I cannot fathom to keep you on the line any longer because it's cold. You got to keep moving. But is there anything else you want to fill us in on before I say goodbye for now?
No, again, just a quick note, hockey note. The Blues, they tied on Saturday against the Boston Bruins. A good showing, actually. A good game. Again, the Blues have been playing better lately against the better teams in the top half of the daily show, and that has kept them alive in the wild card chase in the Western Conference. They played tonight. And if I read the notes right, Braden Shen plays his game number 900.
Wow.
Yeah, if I read the notes right, again, I'm more focused in baseball, but yeah. That speaks to the durability, and that's why Shen is the captain, right?
Right.
So and It's either 900 or 600. I may be confusing my numbers here, but it's a big number for British. Big night tonight against the Philadelphia Flyers in Enterprise Center. Again, it also for the Mississippi basketball fans. Sorry, you're like SLU. You're not going anywhere this year. They lost again against Mississippi State, if I can say that word correctly.
It's okay.
On Saturday. It's the S, it's the I, and the P's, right?
I get paid not to talk well also.
I get paid to talk well in 2 languages, CJ. I got you there.
That's true. All right. I gotta keep moving. Hey, make sure to tell your buddy that I don't got a producer on this show. Too.
Will do.
At 10:46, without a producer, we'll take a quick break and I'll come back to wrap up this Monday.